Good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. My name is Harmony Agbafo, and now into the news in details. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebolo has reaffirmed his administration's commitment to maintain peace and ensure the security of vital oil infrastructure across the state, as he received the leadership of the Independent Petroleum Marketers State. The report.
Speaking during the courtesy visit by the newly elected chairman of IPMA, Mr. Michael Ogiame, alongside other executive members of the association, Governor Monday Okpebolo commended the new leadership of IPMA for resolving its internal crisis amicably and assured them of the state government's continued support in creating an enabling environment for petroleum marketers to operate smoothly. Governor Okpebolo also addressed concerns raised by the association over pipeline vandalism along the Benin Depot-Warri refinery corridor, assuring that the government had already constituted a task force on pipeline monitoring to strengthen security in the state. Okpebolo further hinted that his administration would empower the office of the Senior Special Assistant of Pipeline Surveillance, Honorable Joseph Okonigene, to enhance effective monitoring and protection of petroleum infrastructure in Edo State.
For the vandalization and the rest, we have already set up Edo task force on pipeline monitoring. So if they are set, we are set. We will take charge on our own part, but the Warri part, that is Delta State. I will also talk to the governor to see how we can jointly monitor pipelines so that there will be no vandalization.
Earlier in his remarks, the new chairman of IPMA, Mr. Michael Ogiame, assured the governor of IPMA's commitment to transparency, unity and continuity of leadership within the association. He also promised to hand over to his vice at the expiration of his tenure in the next 3 years, which he said has been the practice of the association.
I can honestly tell you, sir, that at the expiration of my tenure of 3 years, I will hand over to my vice here, my daddy, my senior brother, Mr. Pius Okpebolo.
Governor Okpebolo's engagement with IPMA is part of his administration's broader efforts to promote industrial peace, energy, security and efficient fuel distribution within Edo State. Chairman of the committee set up by the governor to resolve the internal crisis in IPMA, Comrade Eribo Emanta, and members all expressed appreciation to Okpebolo for his swift intervention in the IPMA leadership crisis, which they said has restored peace in the association. The Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Dennis Dahosa, and other top government officials were also present at the meeting. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The acting chairman of Oredo Local Government Area, Honorable Engineer Gabriel Duseri, has sealed a bakery operating inside a bushy and unkempt residential building located along TV Road in Benin City. BeeTv News Osarogi Agwebo reports that the enforcement took place when the chairman, accompanied by other top officials of the council, monitored the monthly sanitation exercise across the local government area. The report is presented by Temitope Oluwafemi.
At number 52 TV Road. You need to see the front of the house. You need to see how messed up the environment is.
The acting chairman of Oredo Local Government Area, Honorable Engineer Gabriel Duseri, accompanied by councillors, the Environmental Sanitation Enforcement Team, other council officials and security personnel, commenced the monitoring of the monthly sanitation exercise from Oba Ovorame Square, also known as Ring Road, where the area was observed to be clean, indicating full compliance of residents. A similar level of compliance was recorded at Olia Market. However, along TV Road, compliance was notably low, as the chairman of Oredo Local Government Council, Honorable Engineer Gabriel Duseri, frowned at the residents of a particular house who, despite being at home, failed to clean up their surroundings even while operating a bakery within an unkempt environment inside the compound. He therefore directed that the building be sealed immediately.
At number 52 TV Road. You need to see the front of the house. You need to see how messed up the environment is. We just came into the compound now to check what is happening. The compound is even worse, and there are a lot of tenants within this compound. And inside the same compound, they have a bakery. Shabelle Bakery. You need to see inside. Look at what is happening here. This is an eyesore. A place where they produce bread for people to eat. And I was told that it's still functioning to date. This is an eyesore. We need to call the NAFDAC and other agencies to come and look at this bakery. We are going to seal it up. This place cannot produce bread for the general public. It is totally unacceptable because the health of our people is at risk. We are also out to make sure whatever that is done within our vicinities is something that will not affect the health of our people. And what we are seeing here, we are going to call on all the agencies that are supposed to come and inspect and certify this bakery to function.
At Ikiowa Market and its surroundings area, there was full participation in the sanitation exercise. The Oredo chairman, Honorable Engineer Gabriel Iduseri, urged residents to take the sanitation exercise seriously in order to keep the local government clean. He also assured that the flooding challenge affecting the Ikiowa market would be addressed to ensure traders return to the market.
Bring your people out to start maintaining their environment. The one they can do, they will do it. The one the local government can do, we will do. And the one state can do, they will do. You can't leave it for one person. We are here now to monitor this environment. Look at the people using this garage here now. They can't even maintain their frontage. This is not good for their health. So if you can help us talk to them, they will know that you are the concerned youth. Because if you are not doing that, you are not concerned.
Exactly.
That's where it comes from. You can't say I'm the concerned youth when you are not concerned about their health. The health of your people must be paramount in anything you do. If you say you are the concerned youth, you should be concerned about their health. You should be concerned about their well-being. Do you understand it? Sanitation day like this, you should be able to tell them, let's clean our environment. So please, do the one you can. When next we come, we want to come and say thank you for helping us talk to them. That's what we are out for. So it might be getting over, the space pass market is flooded. These are things we are going to take back to the government. What do we do? How do we go about it so that our people here can do business? Is that okay?
Meanwhile, at New Bini Market, there was massive compliance of the environmental sanitation exercise. Honorable Engineer Gabriel Iduseri recommended residents and traders for their full participation and directed waste managers to evacuate the waste immediately in order to maintain the cleanliness of the area. Residents also lauded Honorable Engineer Gabriel Iduseri for the proactive measures taken to ensure a cleaner environment.
Thank you. Good work with you and our honorable governor. They do for us superb.
It's not because he's here. We do fights, we fought so many fights. Imagine we sent him message and he must represent the people that sends the message. Though at the same time again, I want to thank our honorable governor, Senator Monday Okpebulu, for the good work he has been doing. Please, once again, before you take your leave, sir, I would like you to put the Sayaba in your mind. Remember us, because if you look at other streets, and the more reason why this street was neglected for the past government, because it does not belong to that party. That's not the basic truth. We must tell ourselves the truth and nothing from the truth.
How do you know that I grew up in this environment?
God bless. I know you very well. So, don't must have.
The Horedo Council boss also monitored the sanitation exercise at Agbonwonba Street between 2nd and 3rd East Circular Road. In an interview with journalists, the chairman of Oredo Local Government Area, Honorable Engineer Gabriel Iduseri, described the sanitation exercise as successful. He commended residents for their massive compliance and appreciated Governor Okpebulu for the initiative aimed at ensuring a cleaner Edo state.
As you can see, we've gone around, and we want to thank the good people of Oredo for the cooperation and for coming out in their number to ensure that their environment are clean. I want to thank all the agencies that went out with us. In fact, I must also thank the staffs of Oredo. The environmental sanitation of today is a success. And as you can see, as I said in New Bini Market, that New Bini Market took first in all that took place today. You see them in their number, you see how clean the environment has become. The same thing with Ring Road. The only area we still need to look at is TV Road, which we have also passed a statement to them. that they should please come out and clean up their environment. For me, it's a success. We want to thank His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Edo State, for giving us the privilege, the opportunity to do this. Oredo must be clean.
The monthly environment sanitation exercise in Edo State is observed from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
In another related development, residents along the Sapele Road by the Benin Correctional Center have frowned at the offensive smell from the center. According to them, the smell poses environmental and health hazards to members of the public. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe has more.
The Benin Correctional Center at Sapele Road is posing a major environmental pollution to the general public following the offensive smell from the facility. This development has prompted members of the public to raise concern on the need for authorities to take immediate action. Some respondents frowned at the situation, describing it as embarrassing and unhealthy to the public, citing lack of maintenance as possible cause of the menace, adding that though the facility is used to house inmates, it should be maintained regularly. The respondent also said the facility, though cannot be located, the prison management should do something urgently to swing into action.
Like this place we are standing now, what they are got us under, but this place are being covered and you can pass through. So that's it. I think that's what they can do, maintain it.
At least government can come in, at least. If every environmental they let us see they can send some persons down here to work here.
But I will advise both the federal and the state to come into and be able to work on this particular area.
When BeeTv News crew arrived at the office of the Benin Correctional Center to get comments on the situation, sources close to the official in charge, however, scheduled a later date to speak on the matter. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
The acting chairman of the Ikpobaoka local government, Honorable Eric Sino Osawaru, this Saturday led other officials to the local government to supervise the evacuation of massive waste at Edopolo Street off Owie St. Saviour Road in Benin City. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe reports that the residents of the area took turn to appreciate the acting chairman, Honorable Eric Sino Osawaru, for evacuating the waste, bringing them a sigh of relief.
The monthly environmental sanitation exercise in Ikpobaha local government recorded a tremendous success following the evacuation of a large refuse dump at Edopolo Street off Owie St. Saviour Road in Ikpobaha local government area of Edo State. The evacuation was carried out under the supervision of the acting chairman, Honorable Eric Sino Osawaru, in company of some officials of the local government. The site, which is a landed property where the waste was evacuated, was said to have been used for refuse disposal for 35 years now. Some residents in the area expressed gratitude to the acting chairman, Honorable Eric Sino Osawaru, for the laudable gesture because other local government administration have come and gone, yet they never visited the area to clear off the heap of refuse.
Many chairman has go and come, nothing to show off. But I believe you are from Ologbo, but you believe we are existing in St. Saviour.
Our amiable chairman who have deemed it fit to come to St. Saviour to evacuate the waste off the streets. God will give him strength to do more.
On his part, the acting chairman of Ikpobaha local government, Honorable Eric Sino Osawaru, said in line with the Governor Monday Okpebolo Shine agenda, the local government embarked on the process of evacuating waste dump at Edopolo Street off Owie St. Saviour Road and also extending the gesture to other axes in the local government.
Like you rightly said from one of the residents, that dump has been there for 35 years. So we got the info and they said it is need for us to come and evacuate the waste because it's also good that we may keep our local government clean. And by the grace of God, we'll continue to do that for our people. And this exercise is going on across various axes in Ipobaoka to make sure the local government is clean, in line with the directive of our dear governor.
The officials also sandfilled the muddy issue straight off St. Xavier Road, also in Ipobaoka local government area. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
In more related developments, the sanitation exercise, which was held across various parts of Ego local government area with the aim of promoting cleanliness and environmental hygiene among residents, was monitored by council officials. The vice chairman of Ego local government area, Honorable Kenny Isokpan, who was accompanied by a team of sanitation officials. BeeTv News Temitope Oluwafemi reports that there was large compliance from the people of Ego LGA to the sanitation directives. The report.
Sanitation exercise, which saw large participation in part of Ego local government area, witnessed compliance with the no movement directives, and defaulters were apprehended for the violation of the restriction order. As part of the monitoring efforts, the vice chairman of Ego and his team visited key locations and major markets within the local government area, including Ego Market, Use Market, dump sites, and Ewotubo Market. The visits was to ensure that residents, traders, and business owners complied with the directives of the sanitation exercise and actively participated in the cleanup of the surroundings. In an interview with journalists, the vice chairman of Ego local government area, Honorable Kenny Isokpan, stated that the environmental sanitation saw a large compliance from the people of Ego local government area. He emphasized that all those who fail to comply will be brought to book and urged the security officials to work hand in hand with the sanitation team. He also commended residents who adhered to the sanitation directives, encouraging others to cultivate the habits of regular environmental cleaning, not only during official sanitation days, but as a daily routine.
Say 60% in the local government we have compliance, but however we are currently at Ewotubo Market, whereby there are no compliance of environmental sanitation. But however, the council has the mechanism to enforce, and I can assure you that it will be brought to book.
Sanitation officials inspected waste disposal points, drainage systems, and market environments to ensure that refuse was properly cleared and that traders kept their stores clean. The exercise was part of the local government's ongoing efforts to sustain a healthy and cleaner Ego community. In an interview with the Director for Environment Health Services, Ego Local Government Area, Sanitarian Mrs. Evelyn Ediagmonya, she commended the people of Ego for their compliance to the sanitation directives. The Ego Local Government Authority reaffirmed its commitment to continue such monitoring activities to ensure that all communities under its jurisdiction maintain proper hygiene standards.
So far, so well. They are doing well. You cannot get 100%. So at the same time, 60% is a pass mark. So at the same time, we have gotten 60%.
Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
Now, ahead of the 2027 general elections, a pressure group in Ughelli South local government area of Delta State, Ughelli South political colonel, has reaffirmed its commitment to the All Progressive Congress, pledging to deliver total victory for the party in Ughelli South during the elections. Chairman of the group, John Ewenode, made the declaration when he led members of a political colonel on a familiarization visit to the Delta State chairman of the APC, Elder Omeni Sobotie, at the party state secretariat in Asaba. Chairman of APC in Delta State commended the group for their dedication and charged them to remain united and open to new members, describing unity as the party's greatest asset ahead of the next elections. In recognition of his steadfastness in choosing a successor during the free and fair party primaries ahead of the 2023 governorship election, Deltans have continued to express gratitude to the immediate past governor of Delta State, Senator Ifeanyi Okowa. Director General of the Delta State Orientation and Communications Bureau, Dr. Fred Latimore Ogenesevibe, said Senator Okowa did what many others could not. He stood his ground and ensured the swearing-in of Governor Sheriff Oborevwori, despite intense opposition within the party. Ogenesibes noted that Governor Oborevwori's remarkable achievements have continued to attract commendations across political divides. He added that those who supported the governor now walk tall, proud of his performance. He further assured that the governor's recent foreign investment drives will soon yield tangible results, creating more job opportunities for Deltans. Dr. Ogenesibe also highlighted the recent endorsement of President Bola Tinubu and Governor Oborevwori as sole candidates for the 2027 elections, describing it as a recognition of their visionary leadership under the renewed hope for more agenda, a framework aligning federal and the state development efforts for greater impact. A former presidential candidate, Omoyele Sowore, has been rearrested by the Nigerian police shortly after his appearance at the Kuje Magistrate Court. Mr. Sowore, alongside Nnamdi Kanu's brother Emmanuel Kanu, a former member of Mr. Kanu's legal team, Aloy Ejimako, and 10 others had earlier met their bail conditions. The court, presided over by Magistrate Abubakar Umar Said, granted them bail in the sum of 500,000 naira each, with 2 shorties residing in the Federal Capital Territory, possessing valid identification and a 3-year tax clearance. The defendants were also directed to submit their international passports. Mr. Sowore was rearrested by the police, and he's expected to be arraigned on Monday, 27th of October, on a fresh charge related to false accusation. In a bid to review key infrastructure interventions aimed at boosting academic and research capacity, the Managing Director of the Niger Delta Development Commission reaffirmed the Commission's commitment to completing all abandoned projects. BeeTv News Temitope Oluwafemi reports.
In an effort to strengthen collaboration and assess the progress of critical infrastructure projects, the Managing Director of Niger Delta Development Commission, NDDC, Dr. Samuel Ogboku, paid a visit to the Niger Delta University, NDU, at Wilberforce Island, Amasoma. The visit, which forms part of a wider inspection tour across the Niger State region, was warmly received by the university's Vice-Chancellor at the Senate building. During the reception, the Vice-Chancellor highlighted some of the key challenges currently facing the institution.
We want to crave the indulgence of your commission to think about providing quarters for staff, both teaching and non-teaching. We spend close to 300 million every quarter to buy diesel alone.
If it comes to converting that 1,000 kVA generator we just gave to you people to CNG, when you're ready, call on us, and NDDC will take up that cost. As part of the directives that have been given to us as a board and management by Mr. President, is to ensure that all abandoned legacy projects of the Commission are being completed. And that project, which we're expecting today, stands to be one of such legacy projects. These are things that seemed impossible in the past for NDDC. but under the watch and guidance of Mr. President today, because he has taken keen interest in what we do in NDDC.
While on campus, Dr. Ogboku and his team inspected the ongoing construction of a 750-bed hostel designed to enhance accommodation facilities for students.
This project stands as a landmark edifice, not only in this university, but in this region. And from 2023, when we came after that inspection and when we gave the marching order for this project to be completed, we took this project from the level of the foundation when it was done. And today, I'm very, very much impressed that at least I'm seeing what I'm seeing today.
The NDDC Managing Director also continued his inspection tour at an ongoing hospital project in the Amasoma community, where plans are already underway to include an extension to the existing structure. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
Governor of Borno State, Babagana Omar Zulum, has sounded the alarm after reports emerged that Boko Haram deployed a drone to attack a military base. He warned that the development marks a troubling advancement in the terrorist group's capabilities and exposes a significant gap in Nigeria's air defense systems. The report.
Governor Zulu urged the federal government to undertake an immediate and comprehensive review of the nation's air safety and defense mechanisms. He described Boko Haram's use of drones to target troops in Borno as not only alarming but also a serious national security threat.
The use of drones in the hands of the non-state actors is a matter of great concern to all of us. I'm saying this one not to the people of Borno State but to the entire country, that let's do something in order to stop proliferation of drones, armed drones and others within Nigeria. Our borders has to be strengthened, our air force has to be strengthened.
While commending the Nigerian armed forces for their bravery and resilience, the governor appealed to citizens to remain alert and support security agencies with credible intelligence.
Brigade Commander is doing very well. The CEO of this town, Mafa CEO, is also doing very well. And then these are winning team, and we don't want to discourage them. We are appealing for them to put heads together and to do more. My own observation, I felt there might be sabotage along the line that has to be addressed. And this has to be a collective one. We need not to blame each and everybody. We need to put heads together and sit down squarely and address this situation.
For a nation already battling multiple security crises, Zulu's warnings serve as a stark reminder that the nature of warfare is changing and Nigeria's defense system must evolve accordingly. His call now places fresh pressure on the federal government amid growing fears that insurgents may increasingly exploit drone technology in their violent campaign. Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
Experts say unlocking the entrepreneurial potential of women could transform communities and significantly boost national growth. This call was made at the Leadership Transition and Growth Forum held in Lagos. According to the Nigerian Economic Summit Group, empowering women-led enterprises could increase the country's GDP by as much as 20% in the coming years. Outgoing president of the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs Alumni Association of Nigeria, Adebisi Odeleye, emphasized the importance of inclusive policies and sustained investment in women's entrepreneurship as key strategies for reducing poverty and promoting sustainable development. Experts at the forum also urged women entrepreneurs to look beyond profit margins and focus on building a stronger and more resilient Nigeria, one where every dream has a chance to thrive.
In their enterprises, but they have a well-rounded life. When a woman is empowered, the country is empowered and the country can be more productive, more funds, more finance and more prosperity. So we need more access to finance, we need more access to markets, we need more access to all the regulatory bodies, and simplified regulatory body mandate.
Telling our women stories, the wealth of experience that it is that they have, using that for other women as well so that they can, continuously blaze the trail, and then making sure that we are bringing opportunities that can drive the women's businesses forward.
You have to drill your mind to do what it has set out to do. You must also have patience. It's a virtue, and it's also an ammunition. If you're not patient, you can't achieve anything. Everybody's in a hurry to make money. What about sustaining that money? Sustainability is what we're talking about.
The First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has congratulated former First Lady, Her Excellency Patience Jonathan, on the occasion of her birthday. Senator Oluremi Tinubu, in a goodwill message, joined Patience Jonathan's husband, former President Dr. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, their children, grandchildren, family, friends, and well-wishers in celebrating the former First Lady. She prayed that God would grant Dame Jonathan many more years of divine health, strength, joy, and peace as she continues to impact lives with grace and compassion. The First Lady concluded by wishing her a happy birthday and God's continued blessings. And now moving on to business news, Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, has achieved a historic milestone as his net worth surged past the $30 billion mark, marking him the first African ever to reach that figure. Let's join BeeTv News' Temitope Oluwafemi for more details on this and more from the business world.
According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, Dangote's wealth rose by $2.25 billion to $30.3 billion as of October 24, 2025, placing him 75th among the world's 100 richest people and the only African on the list. The latest boost in his fortune comes 2 weeks after Dangote Cement, a key subsidiary of the Dangote Group, officially launched operations at its new 3 million ton per year cement plant in Antique, Côte d'Ivoire. Covering 50 hectares, the plant is one of the conglomerate's largest facilities outside Nigeria. Fidelity Bank extends savings promo. Fidelity Bank PLC has announced a 3-month extension of its flagship savings initiative, the Get Alert in Millions Season 6 promo. The bank said the extension was driven by the growing need for financial inclusion and customer empowerment. It also increased the total prize pool for the campaign from 159 million naira to 189 million naira, describing it as one of the largest customer reward programs in Nigeria's banking sector. African tax chiefs unite to enforce fair taxation for the wealthy. Tax administrators across Africa has resolved to strengthen measures for the effective taxation of high net worth individuals, HNWIS, as part of a broader effort to expand the continent's tax base and enhance domestic revenue mobilization. The resolution was reached at a continental workshop on enhancing tax compliance among high net worth individuals, HNWIS, in Africa, held in Entebbe, Uganda, from October 21st to 23rd. The event was jointly organized by the African Tax Administration Forum, ATAF, and the International Center for Tax and Development, ICTD. NGF hails Nigeria's exit from Financial Action Task Force Grey's List. The Nigerian Governors Forum, NGF, has expressed delight over the removal of Nigeria from the grey list of the Financial Action Task Force, FATF. NGF spokesman Yunusa Abdullahi, in a statement on Saturday, quoted the forum's chairman and Kwara Governor Abdurraham Abdurazak as attributing the feat to the efforts of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He quoted the NGF chairman as saying, "We are very pleased with this outcome and proud to see Nigeria formally welcomed back into the global transparency community." Temitope Oluwafemi reporting for BeeTv News.
Member of AMFIS, also known as Bail is Free campaign organization, in conjunction with the coalition of civil society organizations, have called on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, the Police Service Commission and the Senate Committee on Police Welfare to urgently address the alleged lacuna and misconduct in the operations of the Edo State Police Command. BeeTv News' Osarogi Agwebo reports that the call was made during a press briefing held in Benin City.
Gathered here are members of the AMFIS Bail is Free campaign organization, joined by members of coalition of civil society organizations. Addressing journalists, the Coordinator General of Bail is Free campaign organization, Comrade Oni Edigi, said the briefing became necessary due to the rising issues of insecurity in the state. He alleged that the Edo State Police Command, despite being responsible for crime prevention and public protection, they are now allegedly involved in action that further endanger the public. Comrade Edigi accused the Edo State Police Command of aiding criminal activities through alleged misconduct, extortion, and violation of citizens' rights, and acts they say contradict the mandate of the Nigeria Police Force.
We now live in a state where kidnapping has become a source of livelihood. Youth who do not go into kidnapping as business now engage in internet fraud, and the same police saddled with the responsibility of detecting and preventing crimes are now the one heading those crimes. In our dear Edo State today, this is not an isolated horror, but the routine norm in a state where overzealous, unprofessional police officers treat its citizens as prey.
The coordinator of Bail is Free campaign organization, Comrade Oni Edigi, called on the Edo State Governor, Senator Monday Ukpewolo, to ensure that the rights of citizens are protected and not violated by any agent of government. In the same vein, they called on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, the Police Service Commission, and the Senate Committee on Police Affairs to intervene urgently and address the alleged lacuna and misconduct in the Edo State Police Command, outlining their 6-point demands. As civil society members, Comrade Solomon Idogbe expressed concern over the alleged harassment of civil rights actors by the Edo State Police Command, noting that such actions have become a major issue, hindering them from carrying out their advocacy roles effectively.
We are also using this medium to call on the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, the Police Service Commission, and the Senate Committee on Police Welfare to urgently address the lacuna in the Edo State Police Command, as we, the citizens, do not merit these fraudulent activities ravaging the Edo State Police Command under the watch of CP Monday Agbonika.
Is it not true that on a daily basis, police officers harass civilians on the streets? Yes. Is it not true that bribes are taken on a daily basis? Is it not true that bail is not free?
Some other members of the Bail is Free campaign organization, including Secretary General Leftist Dixon John Esquire and Coordinator of Women Affairs, Comrade Sandra Osarugwe, also declared the alleged misconduct within the Edo State Police Command. They warned that if their demands are not met, they may have no option but to embark on a peaceful protest.
The immediate removal/transfer of the Commissioner of Police Edo State, CP Monday, and other corrupt police officers therein, that the Inspector General of Police, the Police Service Commission, as a matter of urgency, review the unlawful policy system in Edo State by appointing more professionals who understand security architecture to enhance accountability, transparency, as we cannot continue living as slaves in our whole land. As this demand is urgent and necessary for the development of a rising Edo, we must not fail to call for a festival of peaceful protest until our demands are met.
The members of the AFIS Bail is Free campaign organization vowed that if their demands are not met by the Inspector General of Police and the Police Service Commission within a 14-day ultimatum, they will embark on what they describe as a festival of peaceful protest.
We know they feel sleep even with one eye closed. No, normally it's supposed to sleep with two eyes closed. But right now, we know they even feel sleep with one eye closed again. Now the two eyes will they open for ground if we they sleep. Because you want to talk about extortion, you want to talk about intimidation, you want to talk about elders class with farmers. Our papa, our mama, they know they feel go farm again. If they make things they cost for us for Benin, I mean you want to talk about the kidnapping for those states. You know, anywhere when you did now different stories from one story to the other. So those people won't know if you do kidnapping because right now, my people, kidnapping don't turn to job for those states.
Even the commissioner of the police himself is aiding these people. That is why we cannot bring a stop to this. This is why we are going to give a rise now. Like my comrade just said, we have no option than to call for a massive protest against this, since the commissioner refused to act to do his job in those states.
Sarogi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to entertainment news. Nollywood star Regina Daniels has resurfaced on social media amid ongoing rumors of marital issues and alleged domestic abuse involving her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko. Also, Victoria Beckham revealed it takes more than speculation to rattle her and her husband, David Beckham, having already navigated Rebecca's loose 2004 allegation of an affair with a footballer. Let's join BeeTv News' Evelyn Izibili for details and more from the entertainment world.
The popular content creator had taken to social media to seek financial help while lamenting being broke. In a video he shared, Lucky Udu revealed that he is struggling financially due to the damage that had been caused to the brand. He noted that social media saying that if Lucky Udu posts you, your own don't finish, had negative effect on his brand, even making him lose so many opportunities, including an ambassadorial deal. In another development, Nigerian rapper and singer Zlatan Ibili has shared how an academic setback changed the course of his life. Speaking on Apple Music One with South African host Nandi Madida, the artist said his poor performance in mathematics and accounting stopped him from gaining university admission in 2011. Zlatan, whose name is Omoyini Temidayo, said the experience was disappointing at the time but became the turning point of his journey. Nigerian socialite Priscilla Ujo has melted hearts online as she celebrated a special milestone for her son Rakim, who just turned 2 months old. Taken to his official Instagram page, Priscilla shared a series of adorable photos capturing the early moments of her baby boy's life, from his first smile to tummy time adventures. Tragedy strike as talented Hollywood actress Isabel Tati passes away, with details emerging online. According to a report, the actress passed away on October 19, 2025, aged 23. Report says that Isabel Tati's talent manager Kim McRae passed away from Charcot-Marie Tooth disease, a rare inherited neurological disorder. According to Kim McRae, Isabella Tati passed away peacefully and her family has requested privacy as they cope with the loss. Evelyn Isabella reported for BeeTv News.
And now moving on to the world of sports, Manchester United boss Ruben Amorim has hit back at Liverpool counterpart Arne Slot's criticisms of his tactics after their clash last weekend. Amorim became the first Red Devils head coach since Louis van Gaal to beat the Reds at Anfield and was quick to dismiss his opposite numbers comments. Ahead of United's meeting with Brighton, the Portuguese coach wants to keep the good momentum going. BeeTv News sports correspondent Freeman Osawe has more on this and more latest story from the world of sports.
Harry Maguire powered home a late header to claim a precious 2-1 victory and snatch out 3 points away on Merseyside on Sunday. Amorim walked away from the game as a renewed man and quite possible back from the brink of being sacked. The Red Devils are not just 3 points of second-place Manchester City, and some optimists are even earmarking them for a surprise title challenge. There is nothing better than a late winner. Against your fiercest rivals, and the Maguire goal could prove to kickstart the Red Devils season. It's not only marked one of the best performances United have had under Amorim, but it's coming at Liverpool's expense made the win even sweeter and Slot's slightly more bitter. Gabriel injury dabs as Arteta gives updates ahead of Crystal Palace clash. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has said Gabriel Magalhaes is an injury dabs for their Premier League match against Crystal Palace on Sunday. Gabriel was substituted off against Atletico Madrid on Tuesday night with an issue, and since then the 27-year-old has not trained with the rest of the squad. Arteta also ruled out the prospect of Noni Madueke, Kai Havertz or Martin Odegaard returning within the next week. Elena Rybakina pulled out of a Pan Pacific Open semi-final on Saturday, citing back problems a day after securing a spot in the season-ending WTA finals. The 2022 Wimbledon champion was due to face Linda Noskova of the Czech Republic, who will now meet Belinda Bencic in Sunday's final in Tokyo. The Kazakhs beating Victoria Mboko on Friday to see the last spot for next month's WTA finals, which featured the top 8 singles players and double teams of the year. She had needed to reach at least the semi-finals in Tokyo to pass Russian 18-year-old Mira Andreeva in the race for the 18th and final spot. Rybakina, who won the Ningbo Open in China last week, will rise to world number 6 when the rankings are updated on Monday. Several high-profile players have seen their seasons ended prematurely over the recent weeks. And that's it on sport news. Thanks for watching. Do have a great weekend. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
And that's it for the evening. Thank you for staying with us. My name is Harmony Agbafor, and do have a pleasant weekend.